Once upon a time, there lived a young man in a village who was always lazy. He didn't like to do any work and was sitting idle. He wanted an easier way to feed himself. One day it happened that the lazy man saw a farm full of trees bearing fruits. He then decided to eat those fruits by stealing them. He went to that farm and started climbing a tree which was bearing many tasty fruits. When the lazy man was climbing the tree, the farmer came and saw that situation. Then the farmer shouted at that lazy man and asked not to climb the tree, otherwise he must face many problems. Then that young lazy man listened to the farmer and became scared and did not come down by thinking that he will be caught by that farmer and the farmer may beat him. Then by saying that the young man was not listening to his words, the farmer went to bring a long stick to beat him. The young man saw that the farmer went to bring a stick to hit him. He climbed down quickly and ran away from that farm, and he entered into a forest which was nearby to hide himself from that farmer. There in that forest he was sitting under a tree. He then saw a crippled fox which had only 2 legs and was unable to move. Suddenly he saw a tiger with a piece of flesh in his mouth. By seeing the tiger, all the animals in that forest ran away, and that lazy man immediately climbed a tree to protect himself. Then he saw that the tiger was moving towards the fox, and he gave that piece of flesh to the crippled fox and went away. That fox then ate the flesh and sat down. The lazy man was surprised to see that and thought that God, who created all, has a plan for everyone, and thought that God will save him from his hunger by giving something by someone. He waited for 2 days under a tree, but saw that no man came there to feed him. When he could not bear his hunger anymore, he got up and started to walk to reach his village by the idea that someone may bring some bowl of rice for him. On the way, he saw a monk and introduced to that monk and said all the matter which happened in the forest about the fox and the tiger. The lazy man said to the monk like this, "O great monk, I saw a situation which no one can believe. I saw a tiger bringing a piece of flesh holding in his mouth and came to that crippled fox which was unable to move anywhere, sitting helplessly, and gave that piece of meat to that fox and has gone away. Then the fox ate all the flesh and satisfied his hunger." The lazy young man continued, "O great monk, if God has such a plan for fox, then he might also be having a plan to feed me too." By listening to the words of that lazy man, the monk smiled and said, "My son, God really has a plan for everyone, but you misunderstood the sign of God. God wanted you to be like the tiger, but not like the fox. You totally misunderstood the situation that happened to you today." Then the monk went away walking to his monastery. Friends, we have to understand from this story that we must be like the tiger which helped the fox, but not like the fox which took the help. We should not sit idle and think that opportunities must come in our way without trying for that. We must not think that God, who created us, will feed us without doing any work by sitting lazily. God will definitely help His children, but He wants us to earn and live happily and also help the poor by that money. But He never likes His children sitting lazily without doing any work and expect that someone will give him food to eat. We must face the challenges in our life by struggling hardly, but we must not fear seeing our situations.